Ask yourself this: is your job or perhaps your daily routine making you sick? Sounds like a joke, but some say it could be happening. And here with me this morning is Sherry and Shara. You are a consciousness expert.
I am a consciousness expert.
Good morning. Thank you for coming in.
Good morning.
Well, you know, let me first start off by asking you, Sherry, what is it that you do exactly? You're a consciousness expert. What is that?
Well, my main job is rattling your molecules because when we're conscious, we're more clear and deliberate, and then we're in action. We're like ready to go and get moving. But sometimes we have limited belief systems. And this is what I ask all my clients. What's the first letter of the word belief?
B.
And what's the first letter of the word system?
S.
And put it together.
BS.
And the BS is, oh my God, this job is just too draining. It's all of this. So what we do is we take things too personally. And what I assist people to do is to personalize it. Is this working for me? Or is it not working for me? And if it's not working for me, I've got a BS program showing up.
That is interesting. So let's talk about this issue of, you know, could my job be making me sick? A lot of people ask it. You say that there are actually some warning signs.
Yes, there are warning signs. One is if you can't sleep, you're tossing and turning and you're doing what I call the thinkies. You're thinking about this and you take your job home because, you know, we have like a personal life and a professional life, but it's one and the same. So can you imagine sleeping with someone next to you that are tossing and turning and all of that stuff, and it gets to be too much, so it affects everything. Another sign is if you're having, you could have had a heart attack or you could have chest pain, and sometimes the chest pain is just anxiety, but it will mock a heart attack. You know, and another is
serious.
Where you feel like you've lost control, that you don't know how to organize your life or organize your day, and you're going, oh no. And I actually have a Sherryism that says what you say makes
A Sherryism, she said, folks.
Yes, a Sherryism. What you say makes your day. So if you say, oh, I hate this job, or I hate what I'm doing, what you're doing is you are focusing that negativity and you're not being clear.
Right, you're reinforcing the negativity too, right?
Exactly, and that physically is making you sick because we're all energy.
That's interesting.
And so if you, as we're all energy, and we bring down that energy by all that negative thought, I mean, I've heard people even say, my boss is making me sick. I get nauseated when my boss comes around.
And what do you tell them at that point?
It's not about your boss, it's about you.
Be conscious of that. And some of us are more susceptible to this, you think, than others?
Exactly, and it's maybe because of limited belief systems. They've, you know, like put your nose to the grindstone and work hard. And you know, I have a formula, it's called JOB. And first, the J is to just acknowledge yourself for who you are and where you are exactly in that moment.
You're kind of so basically the bottom line, you got to check yourself. You got to really take a close look at you and how you're thinking.
Yes, you can be clear thought, that's consciousness, or you can thinky and you make up stories about
You can thinky. Interesting, Miss Sherry. You know, if this is the case, how do we make things better short of getting a new job?
Well, short of you've got to start observing your own behavior, because are you the negative Nellie or the, you know, the negative Joe out there? And so maybe it isn't so much of the job, because what I teach people is your job is a tool to pay your overhead or whatever. But if you look at it as a tool and you don't take it personal, but you personalize it, that begins to change. But you've got to observe your own behavior. And then the other is be yourself. That you're not a job description. It's just something that you're interacting in. So when you become more conscious, I actually had a client who really was getting sick at 50, and he thought that he was going to leave his job and move in with his 80-year-old parents. And I said, oh my God, your parents will not like it. So we got him to make this vision. And so and 2 years ago, we wrote the words and we did the vision, and he actually put exactly how much he would like to earn. And he got a new job within 2 months, and he's now
That's a success story right there.
Big mucky muck in the company.
Your Sherryisms, I love them. Miss Sherry, thank you so much. Again, Sherry Sherry Anshara, a consciousness expert. By the way, to find out more about Sherry, please go to our website, casa.com, and click on Casa Blog. We have a link on how you can reach her. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you
love
so
it.
much. I love it too.
Stay right there. After the break, we're going to turn our attention to Matt Morrow, who sits down